Hey guys, and welcome to my chaotic mess and Vlogmas day 20. Cannot believe we made it to Vlogmas day 20, but here we are. Today's Christmas shout out goes to Clancy Burke. Now, if you go over to her channel right now, we do have the same intro, and I think subconsciously I might have remembered it from last year, but I just really like that song. And if you don't believe me, it's in my Spotify. So anyway, Clancy popped up on my recommended for you page, gosh, like 3 years ago, and I've just been hooked since. She's just got this like, now I'm not gonna say she's not happy all the time, first of all. She tries to be the most positive person she can be, but we're all human, right? But I really just like how she tries to stay very positive about everything and stuff like that. And she just has that personality that when you need something bubbly, you can usually count on Clancy. Anyway, I will leave all her information down below and definitely recommend you go watch her. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. Thanks, guys.
We'll be chilling and having a good time.
Good morning, guys. We are getting a little bit of a late start on this end of me picking up the camera and actually talking to you guys. I'm exporting today's video now. It took a long time to import all the footage. It is a longer video and I apologize for that. But I need to stop doing this before I have to restart this again. I started this. I started doing all my admin type work and lost track of what I was doing. But anyway, I have no idea what we're doing today. What I was originally planning is not going to happen. So we're probably going to have to move that to a different day. So today I think would just be a house day, which I know we've already had like 18 of those, 19 of those, God knows how many of those. And I'm sorry. I had like this whole fun week planned for us, but you know, stuff happens and you just gotta make the most of what you got, right? So anyway, I'm gonna finish up my admin work and wait for this video to export so I can upload it, and I'll get back with you guys. All right, so yesterday I told you about how my brother got me birthday presents. Well, here's one of the other things he got me. I'll just show you this because it's in the box. He got me a bread maker, and I know what you guys are all saying, but you're going paleo. Here's the thing. The reason I say I'm going paleo is I'm getting rid of processed foods out of my diet. And part of basically I want to get everything eventually out of my house that's like pre-packaged and, you know, bad ingredients for you. So eventually, like, trying to think of how to explain. Like, I never plan on having a lot of bread in our diet anyway. Like, that's one of the things I want to like lessen. But we actually like bread, and I think making it homemade is gonna make it better for you because it's less processing. I don't know. That's my justification behind it, and this was actually on my list before I decided to go paleo, and even after I decided to do paleo, I said, you know what, I still want it. Plus, I already looked online. There are a lot of recipes for bread makers for paleo bread. So, but this has a lot of different recipes in it already, and I just today want to make a what is maybe actual skim milk. I don't have skim milk. We're gonna make a quick bread. I was gonna do sweet bread, but I don't have skim milk. I only have regular milk. And I don't know if that's what skims, because this is skimmed milk. I don't know what that means. So the reason I decided I wanted a bread machine is because it's easier. It's easier. You know, does that have my address on it? No. This came in a different box. Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm lazy. So alright. Oh. What else is in there? Nothing. Alright. So then I'm gonna get all this taken apart. I'm gonna get all the baskets and whatnot washed. But this supposedly comes with measuring cups and everything, and you're only supposed to use the measuring cups and spoons that come with this when measuring. So I hear ya. You're excited for bread too, aren't you? All right, so that's these. These are the measuring spoons. I don't know what that little poke is, but I'm sure we'll find out. This is all the measurement stuff. And then that's probably the paddle thing. This twists out. So we're gonna get this washed and put back in and get all the measuring stuff washed and figure out how to get this set up. And I'll be back. Okay, so I got it all set up, but I did read that it said you can use butter instead of oil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get the water and butter melted. I'm gonna melt the butter because it needs to cool, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and get the water and set it out because it needs to be room temperature according to this. So by the time the butter is cooled off, the water should be a good room temperature, and then we will make a quick bread. So let's do that. Let me actually, because oil, it says 2 tablespoons, but it's 2 of these tablespoons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna melt 2 actual tablespoons of butter and measure out. We're gonna dirty a lot of dishes today. I don't know if I wanted to say that to myself, but you know what? Where's the 1 cup? Actually, we'll use this. We can melt it in this. So what I'm gonna do is how many? 9 tablespoons of water. I have another one in here. We can use both of these measuring cups to bring everything to room temperature. So let's go ahead and get the butter melted first. Oh my gosh. Should I use salt? It doesn't say. It didn't say. I'm gonna use salted. All right, so we're going to melt this in here. That's supposed to be 2 tablespoons of butter. So well, it is 2 tablespoons of butter based off of the package, but you know what I mean. It's supposed to, we need it to equal this. So, all right, so now we need 9.5 tablespoons. So this is a tablespoon and this is a teaspoon. So I guess we're gonna have to figure out how it's gotta measure on the side. Okay. So let that sit there for a minute. I'm all over the place today again. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1.5, which is a little over 3/4 of a cup, but oh, I didn't think this went through. I should have put this in something else. You know what? I have this, and we can measure this out. We need 2 1. So yeah, the 2 tablespoons of butter is 2 tablespoons of theirs. So now I know that for future. Even though it says to always use their measuring thing. I'm just gonna rinse this out real quick, because I will need it again for sugar when we get that. And so we're gonna let that come to, yeah, because that's too hot. We're gonna let that come to room temperature, and then we're gonna make some bread. Okay, I'm back. So I can go ahead and do the yeast part because that's done in the measuring cup, not in the mix. So to my water, I need to add a teaspoon of sugar and yeast. So Navigura, I went ahead and set them out over here. I just didn't have room for everything on this end. So I need to add the sugar first, which is 1 tablespoon of sugar. All right, and then I need to stir that. I'm just going to use the thing you pull the dough paddle out with to stir. Then we're going to add a tablespoon of yeast. And then we're supposed to place this in a warm. This is to just set it on top. Okay, so then set it in a warm area. So I guess what I'll do is set it back here close to this light, because I feel like it will probably be warmer back there. I don't know. All right, and then in 10 minutes we'll be back to do the next step. All right, so this is so confusing because, all right, so I'm reading here how to add ingredients. Oh, that's how to, I need to learn to read. To check whether your yeast is fresh and active. So I'm basically wasting yeast is what they're telling me. That's pissing me off already. Because over here it says, it is essential to follow the sequence of adding ingredients as described in the recipe provided in this manual. Usually the sequence is liquid ingredients, water, flour, egg, and other, as in the recipe. Pour yeast last into the other ingredients. Avoid yeast coming into contact with salt or liquid ingredients. So we are basically wasting this yeast because I know that my yeast is active. I'm so irritated right now. Like, I'll learn it. I'll learn it. All right, so I guess you're supposed to put it in order. So I'll show you this. I think you're supposed to put it in this order for what you're making. And I was only gonna make 1 pound, so, because it's an hour and 55 minutes. So let's go back. So annoying. So annoying. All right, I'll be back. I'm gonna read this and then I'll be back. Okay, I think I'm just overcomplicating it like everything else in my life. So we are going to go ahead and start. I'm gonna lower this so you guys can see. I'm just going to add the water directly into here because it's pretty room temperature anyway, so. One. Two. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 1.5. All right, so then you're gonna add your oil, which mine is butter. Then you're gonna add your salt. I didn't grab salt. Which is 2/3 of a teaspoon. Of course you can't see the, yeah, it's there. All right, so salt's in there, a little bit of pepper, it's okay. It won't hurt nothing, I don't think. All right, and then you're gonna add your sugar, which is 1 tablespoon. Yes, I know I need to clean the top of that. Will I do that today? No. So sugar, and then we add our flour. We don't need that yet. And also, it doesn't specify what kind of flour. It just says one with a good gluten something of another. I don't know. So I'm just using all-purpose flour. Also, this cup sucks. Just gonna say it. How many do I need? 2 cups. So 2 cups of flour. I'm getting itchy. All right, and then we need 1.5 teaspoons. I was wondering why this over here had me add a tablespoon for the test. Okay, 1.5 teaspoons. That makes more sense than tablespoons. Also, I need to do a hole. That's what it said to do in the thing. So 1. A little bit more. That's too much. That's still too much. Where is it? It's on this side. 1.5. Okay, now we are going to close this. And I'm going to turn it this way. I plan on leaving this on the countertop so I'll actually remember to use it. So anyway, it says to hit menu, or to switch, number 2 is quick bread. And then it says to select your pounds. We're only doing 1 pound. And then color setting, I would like it on medium, which is already set to medium. And then you just hit start. And then after the second set of beeps goes off is when it's done. Okay, I know we're all over the place today. I'm still waiting on the bread to be done, but every time I get on to talk to you guys, come here. Ready? Go. All right, so every time I get on, he wants to play or something, or drink water or something along those lines. Hey, bring it here. Hey, you want a cookie? No, okay. Sit there, sit. I really will get him a cookie, but go sit down. Hey, go, come on, go. Sit, sit, sit. No, not in front of me, come on. He's so frustrating sometimes. Hey, go, thank you. Go sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Let me do this and we'll get your COOKIE. But you sit down. All right, anyway, this is not something anyone bought me. My dad did technically buy it, but I am paying him back for it. So something I bought myself, I guess you could say, but it's also something I've been wanting for a while. I'm a little worried though, because we measured our animated Santa Claus and he measures from base to tip of hat 28 inches. So we got, well, now you can't friggin' see. So anticlimactic. Let me lift you up a little. All right, so now we have Mrs. Claus, and she claims to be 28 inches. She also claims to be musical, so we'll see. And I'm hoping she's just like on a raised base in the box, because This is way bigger than 28 inches. So, this box is anyway. Or I hope they included, I mean, his base is maybe only an inch base, so I'm hoping this doesn't have like a 5-inch base and then she's 28 inches or something along those lines. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull her out. I know it's almost Christmas, but you have to understand, she's way taller than 28 inches, guys. There's no way she's 28 inches because I literally just measured our Santa yesterday. Maybe she just looks bigger to me. I don't know. We're about to find out though. Because we're going to plug her in. I'd hate to make it so I can't have them next to each other. But might be the case. Alright. Alright, so that's that power outlet. How is she? Apparently they have her tied on to the bottom. No, sir. He's sitting there already trying to get her. All right. There's like, her base isn't that big. There's no way she's 28 inches. I keep saying that, but okay, so you got on with no music, well, on 1 and on 2. Okay, first things first. We don't need the instruction manual, but I do need to get this plugged in. So I'm gonna plug her in and then we're gonna look. All right, there she is. That's without the music. Music's pretty loud and there, I didn't see a way to turn it down. Like, I don't see any other buttons, but see. Now, I like her, she's cute, but she doesn't light up. I thought she was gonna have like a light or something. So what I think I might do is in the future buy like a light that sticks out of the stocking. Even if it's one of those I have to like, well, actually they make those little bitty stick ones like this, but that are on a timer. So maybe I can do that. I don't know. I just... Alright, yeah. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, I'm just looking my best today, guys. Anyway, I did raise Santa up. He's on a lift. And so that he is slightly taller than her now. But yeah, I just feel like she needs a light element to really, and maybe I could even find a little votive or something to put in there to light that part up. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think below. Okay. It beeped that it was done, so it says to press and hold that for 3 seconds to turn it off, and then to unplug the machine. Let me get my trusty, dusty things off. I'm gonna move that so I can open it. Maybe, all right, move that so I can open it. All right, and then it says to lift this, turn lift out, then to push that down, and oh man, don't worry, that's not staying there. But it also said if the dough thing comes out in the thing, you need to take it out. Let's see. Da 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 da. So maybe that's what the hook is for when it comes out in the bread. So we're going to hold that. It's not coming out. Remove it with a spatula or small utensil. So it's not coming out with that. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get an actual knife out, a butter knife. And I'm going to cut around it. It's very hot, so as it should be. It just came out of the oven. Like it wants to come out, but it says to do this while it's still hot. There we go. All right, now flip this over. Stick that in the sink because it needs to be washed. So we're gonna let that cool. It needs to cool. It doesn't say, it just says to stick it onto a cooling rack. I guess until it's cool. All right, I'll let you guys know how it tastes at dinner time because we are having Italian pork chops with Alfredo, not noodle, but like rotini with Alfredo sauce. That's what we're having for dinner. So this will be a good dip in bread. So I'll let you know how it tastes. All right, I went ahead and cut a piece off. This is the heel. I'll be completely honest, I don't normally eat the heels of the bread. Usually my husband does because he likes the crust. I don't care for it. But I wanted to try this and I didn't want to cut a piece out of the middle, so it's fine. I left him the other end because when I say he does like the crusty part, he likes the crusty part. So anyway, I went ahead and put some butter on it. Oh, good. It's good. I'm trying to decide if it's missing anything. Also, I wonder if I made garlic infused oil and I used that instead of the butter, because technically you're supposed to use oil anyway. I wonder if it would be like a garlic bread or if it would lose the garlic flavor in the bread. Does that make sense? Oh. I'm really excited because the bread maker, sorry, I have something in my eye. The bread maker has a recipe for sponge cake. I absolutely love sponge cake with strawberries. So when strawberry season comes in a couple months, it's gonna be so great to make a sponge cake. And I know I'm saying I'm going paleo now. I'm talking about making a sponge cake. You know what? We all need a little dessert in our life, right? I really have something in my eyeball. Anyway, no free hands. But yeah, I'm excited to try all the different things, all the different recipes. They have a recipe for rye bread. Now, I like rye bread, but pumpernickel is my favorite. If I can find a recipe where I can make pumpernickel bread, oh my God, I will never have to go to Outback Steakhouse again. Because honestly, that and the bloomin' onions, the only reason I go there. So anyway, I'm gonna finish this. I don't have to start cooking dinner for probably 30 minutes, so I'm gonna enjoy my bread, watch another YouTube video, and yeah, I'll catch in with you guys later. All right, I did not close the video out yesterday because I was very, very mad. And if you want to know why I was mad, you're gonna have to watch tomorrow's video. So anyway, I want to go ahead and thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below, what is the most infuriating thing that your children, pets, or even husband, you can choose from either of the categories, have done. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in